I'm coming home, boys.
God, I can't believe you're here after all this time.
Hi.
That's amazing, isn't it?
Oh, that's a nice bar, actually.
Yeah, do you want a beer?
I do. Oh my god! No way!
You right,
what are you doing here?
I was just
What's he
dropping Mum
doing
off. I'm
here?
going back.
So in this video, I'm going to be talking about my journey through Bintan, Indonesia and Singapore. This occasion is actually a new chapter of my life. I have decided to leave New Zealand and come back to the UK. The whole premise of the holiday that I went on with my mum was to have a break before coming back to the UK and have some time together. As a lovely surprise though, my little brother did join, and it was great spending time with him before coming back to the UK. The two cameras I used on this trip were my Fuji GW690ii as my medium format, and then my point and shoot Minolta Riva Zoom 115EX. It's probably my favourite point and shoot camera I've ever used. As a nice way of conveying my creative process in film photography, I wanted to show the original image I took in the moment, as well as the final image after Lightroom. Now, our first stop was a lovely hotel in the middle of Singapore city centre. It's probably one of the most incredible hotels I'd ever stayed in. It kind of reminded me of one of those missions from Black Ops 6. I don't know if anyone's ever played that game before, but it was absolutely incredible.
I'm pretty good.
It's a little bit like being circular.
Holy shit, moly. Wow.
That evening we admired the Singapore city skyline, and at the same time I realised my bar at the hotel was also called Skyline. Big shout out to my friends back in New Zealand, hope you're all doing very well.
That's such a funny coincidence. Oh my gosh. Big up the boys back in New Zealand. I cannot get over this hotel, mate.
That evening we visited the Lau Pasar food court. There were food stands as far as the eye could see, and so many bloody people at the same time. This was the first photo of my trip. I wasn't too happy with it. I wasn't too unhappy with it either. It was quite dark for the occasion. The scene is too dark to really tell, but the lights light up the scene where they can. I'm not that happy with it. I'm not going to do anything with it, but there you go.
This place is fucking massive. Whoa.
On the morning of the first day, we took advantage of the hotel's fancy buffet. It was known having sushi for breakfast was a thing. Also, the hotel was one of the most incredible bars I'd ever seen. Stylistically, it was beautiful, very bright and very elegant at the same time, so I took some cinematic shots for a bit of fun. Despite the humidity on the first day, it was actually pissing down, so we decided to do some indoor touristy stuff. By visiting the Singapore National Museum, you really get what you're given with free admission.
That's a daguerreotype, that. One of the first forms of photography ever invented. That's pretty cool. Just been to the museum, and they're arguing over some political stuff, and all I want is a coffee. It's pretty cool. The National Museum's pretty fun.
After the visit to the museum, we went to the Raffles Centre, which is a massive shopping centre and food court, eating area. This guy, as I mentioned in the video, named pretty much everywhere in the city after himself. Very colonial.
So they've got a Marks and Spencer's here as well. Mental. But it's so cool. Bit of like a Harrods or a Selfridges going up, but it's fucking air-conned in here as well. Great. Considering how humid it is outside. Oh my god.
For this photo within the restaurant looking into the open kitchen, I wanted to imitate an image I took in Wellington, New Zealand. However, it didn't really go to plan. The photo came out too yellow, and then in my edit I tried to make it a bit bluer. However, I didn't really like it, so I probably won't be keeping this one. Go straight at the bin.
Thank you.
These photos were taken from the floor I was staying on, of inside of the hotel. I actually really like these. There's this patterns, there's layers, there's colour, there's shadow. It's all there. These are fantastic. After breakfast, we headed up to the Marina Bay Sands, which is the hotel with the 3 towers with a big bridge viewpoint in the middle. Yeah, I love this photo of the bridge. It's beautiful, it's symmetrical, it works so well, and the edit, I really think I smashed it out of the park. Within this photo of the Ferris wheel with the highway passing in front of it, I actually didn't edit it. I really like how it turned out. All the colours are lovely, beautiful, and there's a good scene in there. So it is as it is. This is my first photo of the Marina Bay Sands. You can see the 3 towers and the viewpoint at the very top. The back of the image with the bridge that we're passing over now. 2 sides to it, also dividing that image into 2, at the same time giving it a leading line to the end of the image at the same time, which I really like, and this one's definitely going in my portfolio.
About 32 degrees today, sun's out. Weather forecast said it would be pissing down rain and be a lightning storm, but it was wrong. It's sunny as fuck and it's humid as. But we're going to this massive glass thing. It's pretty cool. The architecture in this city or country is absolutely insane.
I really like this image, especially after the edit. I managed to get the person out of the photo. I really like how the amount of lines and shapes in this image are very neatly aligned, and they kind of curve towards the end as the actual building does, showing a little bit of path, leading lines.
So general consensus on Jurassic Park thing, pretty cool looking building, not gonna lie, but massive tourist trap, and yeah.
After a bit of faff, we got to the top of the buildings. The viewpoint is very cool. You can see out to sea, and you can see very far into the city country state. Safe to say, I really like this series of photos. I think they all work really, really well together, and I think when sharing them or selling them as a piece, I think they'd all come together very nicely. I really like how the glass barrier acts as like a breaking point within the photos or a leading line at the same time. They each have the same tone, story, and lighting is brilliant in them. I use the same editing profile on each of them to give the same effect. Now, to kill some time off, the Science Museum was next door to the Marina Bay Sands, so we visited that, kill some time off in the early afternoon.
What is going on? What the fuck? Holy
was actually our last night in Singapore. It had gone very fast, but you really only need about 3 days. We walked past these merchant sellers, this little market along the main road. It was really cool. I got some photos of people looking at the items on sale. For these photos, I didn't use my flash because there was quite a lot of light emanating from these stalls. I thought it'd be quite cool. And you can see the faces of the customers looking at the objects through that light. So I thought it was a nice way of portraying the story or showing where the light is coming from in the image.
I never liked it when you opened it, but I prefer it when you're friend.
Whilst waiting for a table to be available at the sushi restaurant, we waited inside of a supermarket to cool down. I took this as a great opportunity to take a series of photos in the supermarket and see what lighting I could get. I really like the series because I love how the ceiling lights illuminate the floor. I love how the merchant is looking away from the camera into the distance. I love how the lighting from the refrigerators lights up the scene and how my editing has been able to emphasize that as well.
Just what a miso.
That's so cool. Oh my god, the stuff we... So this must be like a display one.
Yeah.
And then that comes to one side. So that squid ink there is like... Apparently it's edible. That's crazy. I'm excited for these.
And that rounds off my time in Singapore. I really believe you only need about 3-4 days there. There is an incredible amount of things to do, however at the same time there is a feeling of no culture and no soul. No, I shouldn't say that. Fucking fuck. Now that marks off my Now that takes us to the end of my time in Singapore. You really only need about 3 nights there. There is a lot to do, but at the same time, it's very hot and it's very humid. So for the Western people, it might be a bit overwhelming when you realize how much walking there is if you don't like getting taxis and spending a lot more money on your travel. I would recommend it as a lovely getaway, but I personally am not a city getaway person. As a city boy, I like escaping to the beach or the countryside or forests or the wilderness, the mountains. This way I feel like I can relax and not have to think about how this city would compare to my home city or London. To get to Indonesia, we had to get a ferry from the Singapore port. It's really cool, very easy, and very quick. It only took an hour to get there. As we got off the ferry, we were greeted with some absolutely banging tune.
Fabulous, thank you.
Here is our ginger and lime. It's good for your body circulation and can take care of your seasickness as well.
Thank you.
Oh,
So
good.
how is the boat ride?
It's okay.
It's fine as well. It's pretty-
They are not too
Yeah,
wavy.
not
Yeah.
at all, fortunately.
And here we have our welcome cake. It's called kue lapis.
Okay.
It's our local layer cake and the cake contains eggs. And here is our cool towel for our
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you
so
very much.
Thank you. It's like grab a towel.
谢谢 glass up and you are sending the bill please.
Yeah.
Now, when I think of a holiday, this is what I mean. I love the idea of staying in huts with thatched roofs and straw and wood and no metal and little to no glass and just tropical beaches, lots of palm trees, jungles and lizards, tropical birds and warm sea. That to me is a holiday, and this is exactly what Indonesia will give you.
Is the first time?
Yeah.
In Bintan? Also. Very exciting.
Was she touring? That's quite boring behaviour.
Apparently, like, people should be social.
To complement our first night in Indonesia, that afternoon there was a turtle releasing into the ocean. This local conservation charity holds a very special event every couple of weeks where they release a handful of newborn turtles into the ocean. They fenced it off so no one can intervene and watch them. Luckily, all of them managed to make it into the ocean, and I don't think you can see it in the footage that I provided, but it was amazing to see their little heads pop up above the water once they made it in.
So sweet, isn't it, when you can see their little
heads and things like that, yeah. Climbed onto a rock. I'm going to take photos of that fucking barge house over there. I don't know what it is, but it looks cool.
They're simple, but they're very cool. I really like these.
Wow, the sky is incredible. Clouds.
After playing with the photo for a bit long, I ended up making 2 edits of the same image. I really like the first edit as it complements the footage that I show. The second edit looks like I took the photo later in the day, closer towards dusk or sunset.
Yeah, probably actually.
on day 4. We woke up very early that morning due to my family's jet lag, having travelled from the UK to the other side of the world. Their body clocks were a bit off, which is fine. We got to make most of the day at the same time. Whilst slowly getting out of bed, I managed to take this opportunity. I took a bit more time taking photos of the rocks in front of us. They've been staring at me the entire time we've been there, and I thought getting a cool photo of this cluster of rocks in the middle of the ocean would be quite cool with a nice subject. When I was back in New Zealand, I picked up a roll of Fuji GW690ii I hadn't used for a very long time. I thought this would be a great location to test out the extent of what the Fuji film could do. Fuji is much better than Kodak at producing greens, and we can really see that in this image here. At the same time, the sky isn't too overexposed. You can see the clouds, you can see the greens within the midground, foreground, and background at the same time. And again, even clearer, the Fuji has really shown its detail. And this is on 35mm film as well. You see how it compares to portrait on medium format, it really holds up. I tried to use the tree trunks, the bushes, and the canopy as an internal frame for the rocks. I don't think this worked. However, the image is quite cool, it's a bit mysterious, but the colours aren't really brought out with the lighting.
One is a normal rice crackers and the one is saffron crackers with some tom yum paste.
I'm on a holiday, it's sushi for breakfast. Walking down to the beach, I saw an amazing frame. Luckily I had my cameras on me, so I took this opportunity to stand on the ledge and take a photo of this barge that was actually a restaurant as part of the hotel. Walking down, I took a photo quite high up off the beach. You can see the full length of it within the frame, which is very cool. The only thing I would change about it though is the colour of the sand. Obviously in this photo it looks very white and very bright, however I wanted to make it look a bit more golden. Later on that day, I decided to walk down to the other side of the beach where there weren't any tourists or any hotels. Unfortunately, I did see a lot of rubbish, so the images that I used, I tried to avoid a lot of that to keep the natural beauty of the place without tarnishing its reputation. As I said I would, within the edit, the sand is a lot golder, the sky is a lot bluer, the clouds are a lot white and puffy, clearer, the tree line is very green and very vibrant, and especially the sea, the colouring of the sea is absolutely phenomenal. I would probably consider this for Photoshop and have it as a print of my own. I really like this series as a whole. Sea especially, I love how the colour transitions from like a dark blue all the way into golden brown. Currently, Cine Still 400D is my favourite medium format film. I do love Portrait 400, however, Cine Still to me, it just brings out a lot more colour and a lot more vibrancy.
That's very selfish.
I didn't say that. What I said I could.
Go on, let's say yes.
with that, it brings us to the end of my holiday adventure through Singapore and Bintan, Indonesia. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.